The gates for race 4. Spill the Secret, Steel Impact, Pierre Cardinigan, Tennessee Whiskey. Jeez. Old Basil, Steel Impact, Spill the Secret. Let's Do It Again, Gulf of Tamini, Tommy Thug, Around the Boy, Autono, Pierre Cardinigan, Kerkorian. I've had a bit of a change of heart with this horse. When he won that maiden 2 runs ago, I thought it was his birthday that day because he'd had 16 goes without winning a maiden, and he finally broke through against very weak opposition. But the run last week was good at Eagle Farm. He's on the 7-day backup, so as Let's Do It Again. But in that race, they absolutely walked in the middle part of the race. Extraordinarily slow sections. And it was just impossible for Tommy Thug. Yet under the circumstances, he did really well to finish where he did. 4th beaten 2.4 and really good sectional. So he meets Let's Do It Again today. I think they're the top 2 chances. I couldn't really make a strong case for anything else. And at the 2,000 metres, and surely the pace can't be as slow as it was last week, I thought Tommy Thug could win today. The market says so as well, as you've outlined, Andrew. $1.80 in from 2.10. Let's Do It Again. I think it's reasonable odds at $7. Then $8 Around the Boy, who gets back and likes to run on, but he doesn't win out of turn. To be fair, most of these don't. Now they're starting to move in at the 2,030 metre start, the official distance with the rail out 5 metres. Previous race won by the favourite, Celtic Brave. That's a good maiden, that previous race. They ran 1:9.64, not far outside of the class record, but the first 4 over the line can all continue to go well, particularly the winner, but 2nd, 3rd and 4th should win their maiden soon. I have no doubt about that, so it's a good form race. But Celtic Brave, he looks good. And he justified his odds-on quote. So 3 races down. Favourite backers are on particularly good terms with themselves. 3 winners, barrelling in the first, Wouldn't Hide in the second, and then Celtic Brave in the previous. Now, they're just starting to move in, so don't panic. You can still get a bet on. First to move up is Pierre Cardinigan. Runners moving in now for the 4th today. Pierre Cardinigan has moved up. Tommy Thug takes its position. Tommy Thug running an odds-on favourite. Ben Thompson has ridden Tommy Thug in his 2 South East Queensland appearances. An easy win here and a weak made, it's fair to say. And then he was in that slowly run race last Wednesday that Let's Do It Again won. He ran 4th, but his run was good. $1.80, $7 Let's Do It Again, $8 Around the Boy. That's where it ends as far as the single-figure runners are concerned. We're seeing more of these Kieran Maher runners up here in southeast Queensland. Mr. Bust is one that comes to mind. He's on a 7-day backup as well. He won here on Saturday. He goes to the Sunshine Coast. Race 2, Saddlecloth 1 on the weekend. Goes up a lot in the weights, though, up about 8 kilos, but he's in good form. He'll clash with Cavalryman again. But that's a little further down the track. We've got plenty to digest before then. And first and foremost, this 4th race here at Doomben. Now, Let's Do It Again, Around the Boy, and Ordino with the 3 to move up. And Old Basil as well. So still 4 to move in. Market is now flattened out at $1.80 Tommy Thug, $6.50 Let's Do It Again, $9 Around the Boy. Just waiting on these last few to join the line. Let's Do It Again goes in. Jasper Franklin in the saddle. Of course, Jasper was successful on Ready to Ship here on Saturday for Toby Edmonds. Around the Boy goes up for Talia Fenland. Ordino, the last one up, moves to its position. Starter Brad Richardson has a last look down the line. He's about to switch on the red light. The favourite runs from a low gate, barrier 2. There's the light flashing. Set for action. Racing now. Tommy Thug began with them. Tennessee Whiskey is ridden for early speed. Pierre Cardinigan nicely away. Going forward off wide gates was Steel Impact and Spill the Secret. Just for good measure, Around the Boy is going to race a lot more forward today. He's up in the leading division as they go past us with just over a lap left to go. On the other hand, Let's Do It Again, who likes to get up there in or near the lead, is in the middle of the field and deep. Followed by Old Basil, Kirkorian, Gulf of Tamini and Ordino settles in last position. That's the first call as they sort out their order and work up the side to approach the 1,400 metres. And Steel Impact and Spill the Secret came across from those wide gates and they set up shop in front. Pierre Cardinigan in 3rd, Tennessee Whiskey 4th, and Let's Do It Again. He's 5th and 3 wide. Now, Ben Thompson has the favourite Tommy Thug lying 6th on the rail, dead set centre field. Around the Boy finds himself 3 deep as well. Old Basil splits the pair. And the last trio as they run down the back, Gulf of Tamini, Kirkorian and Ordino. They've got just over 1,000 metres left to run. Steel Impact doing it kindly, led by a length and a quarter to Spill the Secret in 2nd. Racing 3rd, Pierre Cardinigan, the box seat, 1 away Tennessee Whiskey. And Let's Do It Again, no luck today, planted 3 wide. Tommy Thug, 6th on the fence, about 4 off the lead as they went inside the 800 metres. Then came Around the Boy, followed by Old Basil, Gulf of Tamini. Ordino trying to start a run, but he's under pressure. And Kirkorian is last, but no more than 5 off the lead. They bunch up short of 600 left to run. The first 1,400, 1:28.51, not overly fast, and Steel Impact's had a good run. Spill the Secret off the bit and gone. Pierre Cardinigan passing it, then Tennessee Whiskey. Let's Do It Again. Now, all of a sudden, Tommy Thug, he was on the fence. Now he's out 5 and 6 wide, but running on strongly. But Steel Impact led the way. Kirkorian was sneaking inside runs, burst through the gap. Tommy Thug is still down the outside. 100 left to run. Tommy Thug and Kirkorian. Tommy Thug has got it narrowly. Kirkorian tries to go with him. No. Tommy Thug favourite, too good. Beat Kirkorian. Around the Boy 3rd. Steel Impact in 4th. Then came Let's Do It Again. Ordino and Pierre Cardinigan. A healthy gap to Spill the Secret. Tennessee Whiskey and Gulf of Tamini trailed them home. Bar 1. Old Basil in 2.3.8. Another favourite home at Doom, and that's 4 in a row. Number 6, Tommy Thug. Ben Thompson for Kieran Maher, working away from the rail to get to a centre of the track position and proving too good for 3. Kirkorian, Jake Bayliss for Jamie Bayliss. He was able to get up towards the inside and briefly made a race for it with Tommy Thug, but in the end, Tommy Thug was too good driving away. And third should be Around the Boy, number 2, Talia Fenlon for Chris and Corey Muntz. The gallop 2-3.8.
4, Dale Smith. Bold T5, Ryan Wiggins. 7, Kentucky Rose, Matty Wishart. Run around to Sue the 8, Chloe Lowe. Super Zamboni, 270 is our favourite here, getting out fractionally from 250. Run around Sue, 320 to 330. Kentucky Rose, 440, and then $5 about Sutherland. They're the only runners in the single figure line. I'm with the 8, which is run around. It's a pretty good race, this. She's